going to be a mini series on a full holistic overhaul of your life. If you want to improve your health and understand how your hormones work, how they affect with your body, and just an overall better way to live your life. The first aspect, and probably the easiest most aspect to change of your life, is actually the water. So as you know, water is abrasive. Water is an abrasive compound or substance that was naturally designed, or it was designed innately to flow through rocks and through streams and things like that, and it's meant to be moving. Most people now, they'll get their water from the tap. Now the problem is getting your water from a tap source. Most drinking taps in Western countries, they contain a lot of fluoride and chlorine. And another big aspect that people always seem to forget is birth control is such a prevalent medication now that many women take since whenever it got introduced, I think back in the 80s or something like that. And this birth control that women take, it is actually excreted through their urine, and it goes back into the water supply through toilets as it's flushed, and then it's recycled and transported back into water facility plants. And this water that's actually treated and filtered, it doesn't actually filter out these hormones, these micro hormones that are in there, such as estrogen and things like that. So this is how you can avoid actually coming into contact with all these endocrine disruptors and estrogen, and basically how I fix myself through water as one of the aspects. So as I mentioned, water is abrasive and it naturally wants to flow. And as water flows through creeks and down mountains and over rocks and things like that, it actually erodes the rocks away. And these trace minerals that are in the rocks, like calcium and magnesium, these are actually end up in the water. So these are actually crucial to human function, especially magnesium and things like that, because they help optimize the human body function. Now, when you actually remove these elements from the water and you start adding things like fluoride and chlorine, you're going to get a whole myriad of issues, especially in relation to thyroid issues. So a lot of thyroid issues actually stem from all the chlorine and fluoride in the water supplies. So to avoid this, I would not be drinking any tap water. The best solution to this, if it's inconvenient for you to go out and collect natural spring water, would be to actually install like a reverse osmosis system, where you can filter your water through a reverse osmosis, and then you can go back and remineralize your water with Celtic salt and things like that. But the best possible solution to this is actually, if you have the time or if you have the resources, go out and buy or collect proper spring mountain water, as this is going to contain all the trace minerals you need, and then you can remineralize it even further by adding Celtic salts and things like that. Now, the process of this is, you will not notice, it's not like an overnight thing. You've got to think the damage that's been done to your body, it's taken years and years of compounding effect of damage. So to reverse this damage, it's going to take months of drinking proper, clean, fresh water to actually backtrack and heal your body. But it's a process that, it does take time and your body has to adapt. But once you can fulfill the needs of your body, drinking this proper water, that's when you'll start to notice the effects. After, I'd give it like 2 to 3 months of drinking this water, and then you'll feel the difference. So the main differences are that you're going to feel is like symptoms of like a thyroid that's playing up. You often feel like you're hot or cold more than you should be. You can be holding a lot of water. It's hard for you to lose weight. Your metabolism really slows down. All these things are symptoms of, a thyroid that's not functioning properly. And fixing your drinking water is going to be probably one of the most effective ways to reverse the damage that's been done to your thyroid from drinking this type of water. And then the best way to actually store your water, if possible, is store it in glass containers, because things like plastic bottles, as you buy, they contain microplastics, and these microplastics actually leach into the water. And the process is how these microplastics work. You have this feedback system in your body, your endocrine system. Microplastics, they contain these things called xenoestrogens, and xenoestrogens actually replicate how estrogen works in your body. So you have your pituitary gland in your brain, and as you're drinking water that's contained with microplastics, your body thinks your estrogen count is actually really high. And what it does to your body's system, it actually changes your testosterone level, and it drops your testosterone because it thinks your estrogen is too high, and your body naturally converts testosterone to estrogen. So to lower your estrogen levels, your body naturally lowers its testosterone, because it thinks, okay, to bring down my estrogen back within safe parameters, I'm going to lower my testosterone, so less of it aromatizes into estrogen. So that's a sure way to actually increase your testosterone too, is to not drink out of plastic, and try drink out of glass where you can. These are going to be crucial steps to taking control of your health. That's the basic water principle. So there's a lot more you can involve with selecting your water, knowing where you got it from, making sure it's fresh. You can pH check the acidity of your water, things like that. But the very basics of it is try to drink mountain water, spring water out of glass bottles. That's the most simplest way I can put it, and avoid tap water at all costs, especially in countries where they add huge amounts of fluoride and chlorine to the water.